Welcome students, I am Mr. Simanchal Panda, going to start the class for pharmaceutical tablet which are coming under industrial pharmaceutics. So from early I have discussed the definition of tablets, what are the advantage, disadvantage of tablet, what are different ingredients used in the tablet, what are their use, and how these are one of the good formulation compared to the other formulation. So today I will just tell about the manufacturing of tablets. In last class I have introduced about different methods by which the tablets can be formulated and these are manufactured in the industry. So basically there are three different types of manufacturing method. First one is known as the weight granulation, which is one of the most popular formulation method. Second one is known as the dry granulation, and third one is known as the direct compression. So we will start from the direct compression method. Direct compression method actually is a process by which by the help of the compression force the tablets are formed without using of any kind of granulation method. The ingredients are having the capacity to have the self compressed by application of pressure. So they require milling and screening, then after going for the blending for uniform mixture, then after the compression, and by the compression they will adhere to each other and they will form the tablet. But the main drawback of this type of method is that whenever we are preparing the tablet, these are not as stable as the weight granulation, because here the particle are having the attraction whenever the compression force is applied, and it will just challenge the different quality control test, and sometimes it is not that as the weight granulation tablet formulation. The second one is known as the weight granulation method. So weight granulation method, we can see that this method is well popular and most of the industries are following the weight granulation method. This technique is easy and this method is having more efficient compared to the other type of granulations. This is following by different phases. The first one is known as the milling. In that the size reduction is taken place, as we know that if the particle size is increased, then the blending or the mixing will not be uniform if that is compared to the particles which are having the less in particle size. So milling or the size reduction process is to ensure the surface area increment of the surface area, because if the particle is getting reduced in size, it is increasing its surface area so that it can blend easily and it can mix uniformly. So the first one is known as screening process. In the screening process we will isolate if the particles are somewhat more size, then we have to go for the pre-blending method, then there will be addition of binders, then there will be the drying of wet granules, then screening of the dry granules, and then after there will be lubricants will be used and the disintegrant can be used during the blending method, then after it has to go for the compression. In case of the dry granulation method, we can see that we have to avoid one step, that is binder, in which the wet granulation there is some moistures were added. The solvent used generally are the water, but in case of dry granulation we can see that there will be slugging. That means in avoidance of moisture there will be the granulation has to be done, and that has to be gone through the roller compaction. Then we have to add the lubricant, then the compression has to be taken place. So it has to be studied in the detail because these are the very long steps of manufacturing process. So what should be the qualities of the powder which are undergoing the granulation or the tablet compression process? The first one is the powder fluidity or flowability. We know that this can be determined by the micrometric study of the powders. Those can be done by the angle of repose, then Carr's index, bulk index. So from that we can know that how much the powder is having its own flowability nature. Generally what happened, the particles are having the rough surface and they cannot move smoothly and they may interlock with the rough surface of the particles. So if there will not be uniform flow, there is chances of non-uniform distribution of powders in the die cavity. Then there may be chances of weight variation whenever the manufacturing of tablet is going for the processing. So in order to make the uniformity flow, we are generally adding some amount of glidant that will help the particles to move freely and it will reduce the interparticular friction. Sometimes the vibrators are used to move the powder particle uniformly from the hopper to the die cavity so that the tablets can have the consistent weight. So next one is the powder compressibility, because we know that whenever the tablet is formed, the pressure is applied and this powder has to go for the compressibility. So the extent of powder that can go for the compress is known as the compressibility. Sometimes some powders are having the elastic in nature. So whenever they will apply the pressure, they will again reback its pressure to the opposing direction. So there is chances of cracking. So in order to avoid that one, we must study the powder compressibility. If the powder compressibility is under the proper range, then only it can be used for the tablet formulation. Otherwise, the tablet compression machine, the die cavity and the upper punch and lower punch may be get damaged due to the non-compressibility nature of powders. The other thing that we have to take into consider for the powder which are have to going for the compression are they should be easily mixed with other particle. They must have the homogeneous colors. They must not have the friction and the adhesion properties. So I was just discussing about in the previous slide as the slugging process, or that is known as the dry granulation process. So this dry granulation is known as the slugging. In this, the blending is forced into dies of large capacity tablet press and compacted using flat faced punch. I told that there are two main apparatus which is used for the preparation of tablet is nothing but the unit that is known as, that is consisting of one die cavity and two punches, that is the upper punch and the lower punch. So the lower punches are having the claws. Generally this is made to make the convex type of tablets. So sometimes this has to be made the it has to made the flat surface. So in order to ensure that formulation has to applied in a uniform pressure from the both sides. So here in the dry granulation method, generally we have to use the flat faced punch so that it will attain the uniform shape of the tablet and the force applied will be uniform and there will be no chances of cracking of the powders. As we know that the cohesive and the adhesive force is very less compared to the wet granulation. In the dry granulation method, there is chances of breaking, so uniform pressure has to be given. The compact masses are called slugs and the process is called as the slugging. As we know that in the dry granulation method, we are using the binders, but these are not having any kind of solvent, especially as the water. So for that, the process by which without the moisture, without the wet granulation, if we are preparing the granule, then it has to attain the particular type of pressure, and the method by which the tablet is formed is known as the method is known as the slugging. The mass is formed, compact mass is formed is known as the slugging, and these are called as the slugs. Slugs are milled or screened, produce good free flowing granules for compression. Next, another method is known as the roller compaction method. In that we can see that on large scale compression, granules can be performed on a roller compact. The previous one was with the very less manufacturing unit, and this is for the bulk formulation. The granulation by dry compaction can also be achieved by passing powders between two rollers, and that compact the material at pressure up to 10 tons per linear inch. The materials of low density require roller compaction to achieve a bulk density sufficient to allow the encapsulation or compression. One of the best example of this process is densification of aluminum hydroxide. It is one of the example. Roller compactor is capable of producing as much as 500 kg per hour of compacted ribbon-like material, which can then be screened and milled into granule for compression. That has to be discussed in the next diagram. This diagram will be explained. So the next one, what are the different limitations for the dry granulation? As I told that there is less amount of moisture is used for the dry granulation method. So here there is a chances of attraction between the particle is very less. So we cannot get if the part we can find the more higher percentage of fine non-compacted product, which will directly compromise with the quality of the yield product, and there is lot of defects are found in dry granulation method compared to the wet granulation method. It requires drugs or excipient with own cohesive properties so that they can adhere to themselves. The another method is the wet granulation method. Over 70% of the formulation for the tablet which are going for the granulation method are used as the wet granulation method, and it is the most popular method. The granulation is done to prevent segregation of constituent of powder blend. Whenever we are preparing the powder preparation, it should avoid the segregation. To improve the flowability of the powder mixture, it will having the good credibility. As we can see that the flowability of the powder is better because the granules are generally formed, and these are having the rigid and stable granules are formed, so they can move uniformly. So the flowability property of this granules of sphere is better compared to the others. To improve the compaction characteristic of powder mixture due to the better distribution of binder within the granule, as we have seen that this method is good for mixing all those ingredients uniformly, so the improve in the compaction characteristic is good. So improve homogeneity and then ensure the content uniformity. Wet granulation is a process using a solution binder to powder mixture. The amount of liquid can be properly managed. Overweighting the granules to be too hard, underweighting too soft and friable. Aqueous solutions are safer than the other solvents. There are different steps by which we can make the wet granulation. The first one is the weighing and blending. The second one is the wet granulate prepared by adding the binder solution. We know that the binder is the ingredient which other ingredient to ensure the uniformity in the dosage form. It will hold the other ingredient and it will make a unit dosage form. Then the granulation has to be done with the help of the excipient and the active ingredient. Then we have to go for the screening of damp mass into pellet or to the granules, because these are the powders just not even the pasty, it will have the particular extension that it can be easily breakable, and those has to be passed through different sieve. So generally 6 to 8 mesh sieve is used. So from that, whenever we are passing those damp mass, it will form the granules. The second one is known as that is the step 4, drying the granulation in the thermostatically controlled ovens, so that we can control the moisture content if there will be some excessive amount of moisture present in the granules. Then we have to go for the screening. If there is some more larger weight is present or they are adhering together, they have to be screened. Mixing with other ingredients, we have to go for mixing like lubricant, anti-adherent, glidant added to the granules, so that it can move smoothly to the hopper, from the hopper to the die cavity, and it can spread out. The blending with the granules, a dry blender, colorant, disintegrant may also be added in the different steps. The seventh one known as the tableting. the last step in which the tablet is fed into the die cavity, and then it has to go for the compression. Next we have to go for there are different type of the machine which are used for the preparation of tablet. It may be single punch machine or it may be multiple station rotary process machine. We can see that these single punch machines were used early whenever we have to prepare a specific dosage form. So the multi-station rotary presses are generally used nowadays. It consists of generally the upper punch die and the lower punch. These are placed under the rotors. As the head rotate, the punch are guided and down by fixed cam tracks, which control sequence of filling, compression and ejection. Those has to be studied in the next slide with a diagram. The portion of the head hold upper and lower punches are called as the upper and lower turrets. The portion holding the die is called as the die table. See here, for the tablet there are different steps are involved. See here, this one is the die which consists of the lower punch, and this one is the upper punch. This is the first stage where the granules will move from the upper to the die cavity here through the die. Whenever these are getting filled, it will come to the position of A. You see here, the die will be filled here. There will be blade. If there is an excess amount of granules will be formed after the filling of this granules, it will swipe off the excess amount of granule, and the next step we can see here, see granules from the upper, that is in the feed frame A, containing several interconnected compartments. These are the different compartments. These compartments spread the granules over the wide area to provide time for the dies B to fill. Here the B will be filled. The pull down cam, the C is the pull down cam, guide the lower punch to the bottom, allow dies to overfill. So if anything will be overfilled, this die will be helping the punches, then pass over the weight control cam E. This one is the E. This is the weight control cam. After this, if there will be any excess weight or anything, this one will help to manage. If there will be some excess amount of granules will be filled up, then it will easily be removed out. D is the swipe up blade. I was telling this was the swipe up blade. If there will be an excess granule, that will be removed off. Lower compressed roll, F is the lower compressed roll. See here, the excess amount of the granules were removed, then it will move uniformly, then it will ride on F. So this is the lower compression roll, and G is the upper compression roll. So whenever the ingredients will come and this has to be compressed, we can see that applied force will be from both sides. We can see from both sides the force will be applied and it will form the tablet. The upper punches enter a fixed distance into the dies, while the lower punches raise to squeeze the compact the granulation within the dies. Here we have seen from the upper punch and the lower punch, from both sides we can see the compacts, the compression force will be generated, and the granules which are present inside, they will attain a uniform shape. Then the upper punches after the fixed distance into the dies, while the lower punches are raised to squeeze the compact granulation within the dies. After the movement, the compression, the upper punches are withdrawn as they followed the upper punch rising cam H. This one the upper cam rising. See here, after the compression, this one will start to move through the upper cam. It will be guided by this track. This is the head. Before I will tell something, there is generally three part, one is four part. First one is known as the head, which are engraved, and this engraving helping them to guide through this track. This will rotate These are free and they will rotate, and these are guided by the track. So these are rotating and through the track they are moving. So next part is known as the neck. The neck is making differentiate from the body to the head, so it can withstand the pressure. So this part is known as the claw part. The shape of the tablet depending upon the shape of the claw. So if there has to be go for the different engraving like that one, so generally the claw has to be given a particular shape for the letter A, B, E, O, anything, the letter, whatever it has to be given for the compaction, for the impression, it has to be written. So whenever there will be compression, we can say there will be some impression will be generated on the tablet. So this is the head part, neck, this is the body, and this is the claw, and this is the die cavity. So depending upon that, this one is known as the tooling. The tooling consists of the three part, this upper punch, lower punch, and the die. The shape is depending upon the die and the claw. So depending upon the size of the tablet, that tooling also vary. There are different type of the tooling, DB, BB, like that one. There are different type of toolings are there, which can be discussed later. So we can see that the lower punch ride on the eye. See here, whenever it is getting ride on the eye, this compressed tablet are ejected out, and we are getting the compressed tablet. So now we will discuss about the multiple station machine. The previous one we were discussing about the single one. So right now we can see the same thing will be repeated. This is having the cam track. These are the cam track. This is the upper cam track. This is the lower cam track, in which the heads will rotate to make them guide. So in the first one, it was the A, where the filliping of the granules were taking place from the hopper. They were coming, and these are being filled up. If there is excess amount of granules, those has to be moved out. Here the compression, we can see that it is coming on the ride on cam, and this is the ride on cam, and after that there will be some compression, and after the compression tablets will be formed. And once the tablets are getting these are getting pressed from the two different compression roll. This is the lower compression roll, that is the upper compression roll. The both side the pressure will be generated here, and once the pressure will be generated, the tablets will be formed. Once the tablets are getting formed due to the compaction force, it will just move the cam, riding down cam, and we can see here the pre-compression roll like that one. Actually it was just a reverse one. I was just telling about the cycle. So here we can start here. These are the dies. This is the A. The granules were filled up, and here if there is an excess amount, those are being just wiped out by the blade. Then after there will be some compression. Here will be weight adjustment will be done depending upon different type of the tablet. For example, 500 mg or 1 gram, like that one, the tablet weight has to be varied here, and according to the weight it has to be filled up. Excess amount of weight will be just swipe off here, and then after we can see the pre-compression roll. Here it will move slowly down, it will apply little pressure slowly, and after that there is main compression roll, through which there will be some compression will be generated, and by the compression the tablet will be formed, and after that it will go for the ejection of the tablet. So similarly this cycle will continue. So just this is the upper lowering cam, scapper at the tail dry. I was just discussing about that. So this is the ejection cam. So I hope you can clear from these machineries. These are not more difference in the single station, that is the multiple station machine. So there are different type of the tablet machines are used. I told that there is some different tooling set, number of compression station, and rotation speed of the press. There are different type of the tablet compression machines are present. They can be known as the high speed rotary machine, or that may be multi rotatory machines. So these are the tooling I was discussing about. That may be B tooling, BB tooling, DB tooling. Depending upon the claw and the die, there we can make the different shape of the tablet by using different claws, and by the compression we can get a different shape of the tablet. This is one type of the machine which are found in the industry. It is example, that is a mini press 2. This is the tablet compression machine name. This is the basic thing. This is the tooling, upper punch, lower punch and die. This is known as the tool, and the die cavity, die table. We can see inside the machine, these are the die cavity, this place. If we are watching it from the direction, changing its direction, we can see this one. The direct, as I discussed, this equipment, this diagrammatic, these are present like this one, the upper punch, lower punch, is the field cam. Then after these are going for the compression, main compression rollers are present. Then after it will go for the ejection. So there are different type of the processing problems. First one is known as the capping. Capping is nothing but the partial or complete separation of top or button crowns of a tablet from the main body of the tablet. Here we can see here, this one is known as the capping. Whenever we are preparing the tablet, if there is some non-uniform distribution of moisture, or there will be some non-even force will be generated, we can see that due to the claw also, sometime the non-uniform claw, the crown part will start to remove. So this type of defect due to the pressure difference or due to the moisture content difference is known as the capping, as the crown part is getting removed. The second one is known as the lamination process. The lamination process is a separation of table into two or more distinct layers. Both of this problem usually result from air entrapment during the process. Here I will show you that this is the lamination. Capping and lamination, that is the difference. Capping means just upper removal of the tablet, but here in the lamination we can see the different layer, they can be differentiated, they can be separated due to the some air bubble, or due to the non-uniform that weight granulation time. If moistures are not removed properly, this type of problems may generally happen. The next one is known as the picking and sticking. These are very interesting problem. We can see that if there is these are depending upon the punches. There are upper punches and lower punches, and from that the removal. Here we can see the sticking means if from the upper and from the down there will be pressure will be generated, and inside the die cavity these materials are getting sticked, and during the ejection we can find the defective tablet, then that is known as the sticking defect of tablet. It occurs due to excess amount of moisture present and non-uniform drying of granules. The next one is known as the picking. Picking means sometime I told that there are some engravements are present in the upper punch or lower punch in the claw. Some letters like B, A, O, Q, these are having inside the letter, whenever these are giving the impression at that time, for example O, inside the area of O, these particles are getting added and these are getting picked by the upper punches or the lower punches. So this type of defect is known as the picking. So in order to avoid that one, how we can avoid that means first we have to reduce the moisture content. Secondly, we have to avoid certain letters like O, Q, B, as these are having certain area in between their letter. So there is chances of picking, and that will it will hamper the dose uniformity and weight uniformity. The next one is known as the mottling. Mottling is nothing but the non-uniform distribution of colors in the tablet surface. Generally, we can see that the tablets which are made are having the uniform in color, and due to non-uniform mixing the color uniformity may not be there. So this type of defect is known as the mottling. So it requires the uniform blending to avoid that one, and to use specific color to make a layer uniform color on the tablet surface. The weight variation, granule size distribution, pore flow, punch variation, then the hardness variation, double impression, monograms or engraving on punch. These are the different type of tablet processing problems. First I was telling about the weight variation. Weight variation means whenever there is some moisture content different, if you are not drying the granules properly, or there is some non-uniform flow from the hopper to the die, so at that time the weight variation take place. That can be avoided by applying some temperature, making it drying properly before the formulation, or it can be avoided by using some lubricant or the glidant to reduce the flow property, to reduce the friction between the surface of particle. Some mechanical strength related are nothing but the hardness and the friability. That means the hardness of the tablet has to maintain constant. If that hardness is varying, then the rate of dissolution property inside the body will also hamper. Along with, there is chances of degradation of material during the transport, that is known as the friability. So other things are content uniformity, release profile alteration, and visual defects like mottling. So these are the different type of the tablet defect. We can categorize into three different type. First one we can tell, that is the process related defect. That may be capping, lamination, cracking, chipping, like these are the process related defects. So the formulation defects are also sticking, picking, binding. The machine related are double impression. We can see the others are tablet defects, capping, lamination, sticking, picking, chipping, splitting, erosion, black spot, thickness variation, hardness variation. These are the different defects of tablet. As I discussed earlier, this type of defects are capping, lamination, sticking, picking, like this. So next class we will discuss about the more tablet defects, different quality control tests. So it is a long chapter. I today discussed about the different formulation part, different method of granulation, different processing, tablet machine in which we are preparing the machine, different parameters, the different defects. So this is the diagram for the tablet, where we can see this is the capping. The split are done due to the manufacturing storage. Thank you.